Let's talk about physical activity because it's really such an important part of the HMR program for your weight and for your health. But we'll talk about those two things in just a minute. First, let's define how we describe physical activity. It's simply this: moving your body through space. Medium intensity activity counts, like walking. In fact, most people walk in our program. But even low intensity activity counts. Gardening, for example, doing housework, even simply pacing while you're on the phone counts. All of these activities burn calories. At HMR, we call physical activity the most powerful change that you can make to protect your health. There is virtually no part of the human body that is immune to the positive effects of physical activity, and that includes your brain. In a short video like this, there's no way to capture what a game changer physical activity is based on all the published research that's out there. But there are two themes that emerge consistently. The first is that small changes lead to big results. In fact, it's astonishing how much even a little bit of physical activity improves and protects your health. And the second theme is that it's never too late to start. There are huge benefits to increasing your physical activity, no matter what age you are. So let's review just one study where both of these themes jump out at you. This was a big study, looking at over 300,000 people. And they found that those who started exercising in their 40s and 50s had a 43% lower risk of dying from cardiovascular disease, heart attacks and strokes, the biggest cause of death today. But what's even more amazing is that it took as little as just 2 hours of activity a week. Again, we're talking small changes. That's just 17 minutes or more per day to get this benefit. And there's plenty of research to show health improvements when you begin to exercise even later in life, in your 60s, 70s, even 80s. Again, it's never too late to start exercising. Okay, let's now talk about weight management. When you move your body, you burn calories, and those calories help to offset some of what you might be eating. Take, for example, you burn 300 calories in a day. Those 300 calories you burn can be the difference between a weight loss and a weight gain day. And over time, the impact of doing physical activity consistently really adds up. Now, there's another way that physical activity helps you to manage your weight, and maybe you've noticed this. When you're doing a healthy behavior, it can attract other health behaviors. For example, if you're in action with your physical activity, you're more likely to pay attention to your diet. So those healthier food choices save calories. Plus, you've got the calories you're burning. It all adds up to support you to better manage your weight. So, how do you increase your physical activity? Well, of course, before beginning any new activity, remember to check with your doctor to see if it's right for you. But there are specific strategies that will help you to do more physical activity. The first thing is to track it. The goal being to build up to 2,000 calories or more per week. And there's no better way to track it than to use the HMR app. It's really easy to use. Next, because physical activity is so hard to do in today's sedentary culture, you have to look at different ways to build it into your life. And we have a number of successful strategies to help you increase your physical activity. Now, it's important to have an open mind and to try them all. You may discover things that really work for you that you wouldn't have even considered if you hadn't been open to sampling them in the first place. So here they are in a nutshell. Try short bouts. Got 5 minutes to get up and move? Most people ignore these opportunities, but they all add up. Next, look for multiple bouts. Don't fall into the trap of thinking, I've already done my physical activity for the day. That's limiting. Look for another chance to do more, and another if possible. And remember, short bouts count. Next, extend your physical activity. If you're already in action, why not add another 5 minutes or another 10? That's being efficient because, again, you're already doing it. Who knows what you might come across? Next, try a different time of day. Having a regular routine is important, but it's also good to try different things, like a different time of day, because sometimes your regular routine can get interrupted. Next, sample higher intensity physical activity. It's good for you. Breathing a little heavier, even for just 30 seconds, can provide big health benefits. Next, try strength training. We actually start losing muscle mass as early as in our 30s. Ouch! but doing just a little bit of strength training goes a long way to preserving your muscles. And we're talking about just a few minutes per day to get the job done. And last, build high days into your week. This one's really important because it helps you to make up for lower days, which we know can happen. So pick a day where you really go for it. Set a big goal and take advantage of every opportunity to move your body that day. And don't forget to track it as you go. So those are HMR's top strategies for increasing and maintaining your physical activity. As we wrap up here, we should acknowledge that it does take time and commitment to practice a healthy lifestyle. But in the end, the effort that you put in is really worth it. It certainly supports your weight management, but more importantly, it protects your health and your quality of life, both now and in the future. So start moving today. And if you're already active, well, more is always better. Thanks for watching.